you to win again. Also having that kind of battle with Lewis, being able to overtake, but also what happened at the start. How much do you learn from those kind of encounters?
Yeah, it was a great battle. You know, the start. I think Lewis showed all his experience. You know, I got the momentum, but I was quite well alongside. But it put me in a position where I either back off or we crashed. So I decided to take it easy. But it was the most reasonable and probably the smartest thing to do. So. Definitely, he did really well to cover there, and we were pushing. But then once I got into overtake, I had a bit of extra energy and was able to close. And yeah, it was a pretty flat out race, but a lot of fun.
Well done.
Thank you.
It was entertaining. It looked like a little battle just between you and Kimi there. You had a bit of gap between you and the rest. Ultimately, does the Mercedes still have a slight edge over your car at the moment around this track?
I mean, they've won everything so far, pretty much. So yes, that's not changed, and we still got work to do. So, but I gave it absolutely everything and squeezed as much as I could out of the car. But you could see just on the straight, that's really where we lost it today.
Well done. You made some places and you kept them as well. How tough was it at the end to hang on? I think you were managing fuel and a few other things.
I was managing quite a lot, so now I'm very happy with today. A very good result. Obviously nice to do it. Always nice to do it here as well over any other track. So now pleasant surprise. Very good launch. Very good opening lap. Some good battles with both George and with Max as well. So well fought and just better than I was expecting. It wasn't like the pace was crazy strong because these guys just checked out and disappeared, but. The fact I managed to hold on and not make mistakes and things was good. So I'm very happy with today.
Well done. Well, George, you certainly put everything into it out there. How do you assess that sprint, and have you taken learnings for it as well, which you'll employ in the remainder of the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, the end of lap one was pretty cool, overtaking two cars in two corners. But then obviously just with the energy battle, it's quite difficult. But qualifying, I think, is key. If I was a couple of places higher up the order, it would have been a different race.
George, looking at your race, did you expect to have so many opponents coming here? And I'm thinking about Ferrari, McLaren too.
It was a bit of a surprise, but I think if I could have held on to P3 after lap one, I think I would have comfortably finished P3 and, for sure, some of the opponents have moved forward a little bit, but I think we are still, in the race pace, have a little edge.
Quite a dogfight in that group of cars you were in. Is that going to persist for the rest of the weekend? And do you think the Ferrari maybe has the pace to certainly fight with the McLarens, with Max, and maybe Mercedes, who were holding on to George?
Yeah, the pace wasn't too bad. The tricky thing is that when you were in a fight, we were very vulnerable because we have a very, very different deployment than others, and so it was very difficult for me to overtake. As on my way to turn 15, I was very, very slow compared to the cars around. I mean, Max was even slower, to be honest, but then, I mean, there was just huge differences, which it has been quite a few races that we haven't seen this amount of differences between cars, which makes the fighting a bit tricky, but yeah, starting more ahead and having a good start will be a big help, so tomorrow I will try to focus on that.
Thank you. A lot of back and forward racing, particularly at the beginning. Overall, how can you assess how well your Red Bull performed under you today, looking ahead to the remainder of the weekend?
Yeah, just too slow. I mean, we were dagging more than the cars around me, and especially getting destroyed in the high speed. I just couldn't keep with them, and then sliding more to try and keep up with them, and then you dag your tires more.
It was quite hard to follow that race, particularly at the beginning. Can you quite fathom? It looks like you started and finished 7th, but an awful lot went on, particularly in the first few laps.
Yeah, it was pretty chaotic, that's for sure. I mean, it was very hard to work out what was going on in the car. You're just trying to avoid crashing into the back of people most of the time. So pretty chaotic. I think a few things we can do a bit better for sure. But we also want to improve the car a bit because we're struggling a little bit. I think the pace looked okay then, just very difficult to get that out of the car.
Oscar, can I ask you what did you find in a positive way at the start? Because you and your teammate had a very super and fast start today.
Yeah, it was. I mean, our starts all year have been strong. So I think for us, that's, you know, I was surprised it was just so good. But I think that's definitely the positive. I think everything else we need to improve a little bit, and hopefully we can do that for this afternoon. Thank you.
We saw you trying to pass Liam late on. We saw his defence. Do you think you might get that final point once the stewards have a look at it?
I'm not going to chase that final point so hard, but I hope the decision they take is sensitive, because that was very aggressive in the car. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, it was close. It was probably quite aggressive. To be fair, I hadn't started braking yet because it's such a long, obviously, sort of entry straight into the corner. So we were still full throttle when I was trying to defend, but maybe it was aggressive. I don't know. We'll see. But it was a good race. I think we struggled towards the ends. We didn't really expect to have the pace to fight Red Bulls anyway today, but hopefully we can keep that point.
Thank you.